Hello, I hope you are blessed. If I have encouraged or blessed or equipped you in any way, shape, or form, please bless me by liking and subscribing. This will be the next message in a series called Wires of the Apocalypse. Wires, in this case, is a euphemism or colloquialism for telegrams. Old-time telegrams were short because each word, each letter had a price to them. So these are going to be short, simple messages which focus on key issues we should be addressing, asking ourselves as we see the day of Jesus' return being so close. So the title of this is Desalination of First Love. The book of Revelation contains 7 letters to 7 churches. And there are varying statements about the faithfulness or lack thereof. But the church at Ephesus has the following critique. You have left your first love, lost your first love. Now, first love does not mean chronology, it means priority. That is, it is not the first person, place, or thing that had your heart. Rather, it is the thing that currently has the first place in your heart. And you can determine what is first in someone's heart by how they spend their time and their money. This is an issue, the first issue that's being brought up as Jesus begins to give these words of warning to the 7 churches in the book of Revelation. I want to talk about a woman from the Word of God whose actions indicate something very strong and very strange about her first love. I'm talking about Lot's wife. Now, if you've read the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, you know that the suffering and the oppression was so great that God heard the noise of people crying out and came to investigate. So that's one piece of data about this place. Lot lived there with his wife and his 2 daughters, and when the angels came to visit him, the people were so lawless, they attempted to assault. Let's say the term that's used is know them, and the term know is what is used when Adam knows his wife and conceives children, except that this is a forcible knowing placed upon strangers entering your town. So there's some nasty words for that, but I'm not going to use that because I know that you are deep and you're intelligent. You don't need me to say those words. Lot's wife lives there. She was there the night that Lot offered his 2 daughters so that this mob could have someone to know in place of the angels that came to visit them. This story should make your stomach churn in a variety of ways. When God delivers them, gives them the opportunity to leave, they're told not to turn around, not to look. Because what is happening is so terrifying and destructive. It is so much like the scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where the Nazis open the Ark of the Covenant and terrifying things come out, and you just should not have opened that. She turns around. She turns around because she misses it. That's right, she misses this place of forcible assault. She misses this place where her children were offered as a peace offering by her husband to this terrifying mob. This place where people scream for God to come rescue them. So what do we know about her? She was not screaming to be rescued. She either heard those noises, or she caused some of those noises, or was totally oblivious to those noises. What kind of person misses that town? The kind of person who either enjoys those behaviors, is personally participating, or is entertained by them, or does something else in the kind of lawless place where, well, you know, if this kind of violence goes on there, clearly whatever I do is going to go without any notice. God doesn't tell us a reason, but those are the kind of reasons that a person would long for a place like Sodom. It is a lawless place where your lawlessness will be ignored or celebrated. It is a place where your internal darkness will be loved and admired, might even gain you the love and attention of people. She's looking back saying, oh, it's not going to be like that anymore. Those were the good old days. She's saying that with her actions. So why am I calling this message the desalination of first love? Well, Lot and Abraham are people to whom God has a covenant, has a relationship. And she's married to somebody who has a relationship with God. It's not clear at all if she does or doesn't. A lot of godly people in the Bible seem to have either unclear marital yokings in their spiritual lives or absolutely none. We know that Hosea was asked to marry a lady of the night. We know that Job's wife was possibly his harshest and cruelest critic, and yet the person of his family allowed to survive. So we don't know. But it is possible to be that close to salvation. And to lose it because of the pleasures of this world. Whatever pleasure she was experiencing in this town, and we do not know. And I hope we never know. Part of me hopes we never know. But she had gone dead as the Dead Sea. Often spiritual punishments from God are physical manifestations of an internal spiritual reality. She had gone into a block of salt spiritually already. We know the Dead Sea is full of salt and cannot support life because it doesn't flow anywhere. It's a dead end. She had become a dead end that served only herself and whatever her own wicked needs were. If there was a point where your love, God had the first place in your heart, and it has shifted to some earthly pleasure, it has shifted to something that you know God wouldn't approve of, you know is not going to make its way to heaven, don't be like Lot's wife, turning away as salvation comes, looking back and saying, oh, do I have to? I really missed this cesspool. I really missed this prison. I really missed this hellhole. Because to this woman's flesh, to this woman's soul, this hellhole was her heaven. Please consider those words. And if that has become you, please restore what God gave you in the first place. Don't be turned into a block of stone when Jesus comes back. And if I have blessed or encouraged you or equipped you in any fashion, please like and subscribe. Thank you.